Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sleazeball here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, make sure you scroll down below, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Helps me out a ton. I'm trying to bring you the best fantasy football content to help you win your league weekly. And this is going to be my week 5 stardom, sit-em tight ends in the toughest position there is. And none of us can figure out. Every one of us is just playing the roller coaster wheel. So let's dive into it the best I can here at this position. Let's start balling, baby. Let's go. All right, so here is the board, guys. And remember at the bottom in red, the teams that are on a bye. So you have the Chargers, you have Donald Parham Jr., you have Gerald Everett out for Tampa or for Cleveland, you have David Njoku for Tampa, you have Cade Otton, and for Seattle, you have Noah Fant. Make sure they're out of your lineups. They're on a bye. Now, the top black box will be the away team. The bottom black box will be the home team. I will give you a green bar for stardom, a yellow bar for sit-em, or a yellow bar in the middle, a red bar for sit-em, and I'll talk about the yellow bar if they're playable or not. And I'll make one crazy call out of the top 10 tight ends. Well, I mean, with how tight ends are going, it's not really that crazy. But I'll take a big name that I'm going to call as a sit-em this week also, that I like to tweet out. And then I recheck my work the next week so you can see it. Starting off, let's get it popping here. The Cowboys, the game of the week. The Cowboys versus the 49ers. Now, Jake Ferguson, man, if you guys didn't pick this guy up off the wire like I tweeted to for like 2 weeks now, he is the new Dalton Schultz for Dak Prescott last week, and they were winning. He was 7 for 7 for 77. Lucky number 11, man. He didn't miss. 7 targets, 7 receptions, 77 yards. And, I mean, he's going to end up as a top 10 tight end at this rate. I mean, the way the position is going, I think like a top 10 tight end right now, like minimum points per game is 5.6. And Jake Ferguson is smashing that. So this is a must-start player weekly right now for me with how much Dak looks at him. Now, for the Kittle side, I have Kittle in green this game. I know he had a dud game last week. He had 1 catch for 9 yards, right? 1.4 points and 0.5 PPR. Not great. But with the Niners, it's always 2 of the 4, right? So, I mean, you have Ayuk go for 20, CMC go for 46. Well, I mean, CMC goes for 25 every game. But, so, I mean, Debo went for 0.9 last week. So, I mean, it's like there's so many stars that you never know, like, when it's going to hit for the 49ers, which player is going to go off besides CMC, like I'm saying. But this game won't be a game where the Niners or the Cowboys are ahead running the clock out. This will be a battle right here. This is going to be the first time these teams, well, I guess the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals, but I think they just played down to their competition. This will be the first tough matchup for both teams. I think it's going to be actually higher scoring than people think with the great defenses, and both these tight ends are must-starts for me. Heading down to Arizona, or the Cincinnati, I think it's at Arizona, so I think this is actually flipped, but so I'm going to start with the Bengals because they're on the road. This is actually backwards. But Irv Smith Jr. back off injury hasn't been much all season. He's going to be one of my sit-ems for tight ends this week. I feel like against the Cardinals, this is going to be their get-right game for T. Higgins and Jamar Hayes. We don't know if Higgins is playing with a rib injury yet. But also a Joe Mixon game, and Burrow's supposed to be healthier. I'm not playing Irv Smith if I have him at all. Now, Zach Ertz for the Cardinals. This is crazy, man. He has 30 targets through 4 games. 10, 8, 2, and 10. He hasn't done anything with them. I mean, last week he had 6 receptions out of the 10 for 53 yards. That was his best showing, or he had 8 for 56, 1 week, but it's pretty much similar. They are featuring him, and they're always behind in the game. The volume is always there. Zach Ertz is now a literal startable tight end weekly with how bad this position is going. Oh, man, oh, man. How bad did we all miss on Darren Waller? I mean, this is like, he's like coming to Kyle Pitts range, man. Like, this is my last time putting Darren Waller in green if he doesn't show up this game and beat his projection. At least like 8 points or something. Give me something, Waller. I mean, watching Monday night last week was brutal. Danny Dimes looks like a $160 million waste, pretty much. I mean, Darren Waller is open. He's 6'5", big body, and he only saw 3 receptions, and they came in garbage time. I don't understand what is going on. And they're going to be in massive garbage time here against Miami. I think they're down by 30 at some point here in this game. That may be a problem also, is do they even play Darren Waller if they're getting beat that bad? I don't know. But I'm still going to put him in green. It's super tough with Darren Waller. I'm such a fan, and he's just not doing it, man. To the Dolphins side, if you don't know who Durham Smythe is, Durham Smythe right now in percentage of snaps played is number 4 at the tight end position, which is out of this world to me, like mind-blowing. He never comes off the field. He just doesn't get any production. So, I mean, 100%, 97%, 97%, he's out there even when they're blowing him out. I mean, volume is king. If you need like a dart throw tight end play, Durham Smythe, I mean, an offense like the Dolphins is due to get a touchdown at some point. Like, you know what I mean? So if you're struggling at tight end, I'm okay with starting Durham Smythe for 1 week. You know, if you have a bye, or you have Njoku or K-Dot, you know, something like that, or, you know, Gerald Everett, whatever, and you're in a deep competitive league, Durham Smythe could be a decent play. Philly special, man, is what freaking Dallas Goedert is giving us. I don't understand. I can no longer keep Dallas Goedert in green, guys. It's terrible. So last week was 4 receptions for 25 yards. He literally has under 100 yards on the season through 4 games. He's not getting looked at all. He only has 16 targets or 19 targets. So think about that for a second. Zach Ertz has 11 more targets than Dallas Goedert, and Dallas Goedert is drafted in the 4th or 5th round. I mean, it's just insane. I know that Sirianni said today that they're going to get Dallas more involved. The Rams are weak versus the tight end. But honestly, I can't put him in green because it's just not happening. It's been too many letdowns now. It's honest, dude, he might even be like droppable at this rate if he doesn't pick it up. But he is running the 2nd most routes in the NFL at tight end. So him and Kate Otten are the highest percentage, and then Durham Smythe is 4th, which I was talking about earlier, which is crazy. But no production. I just don't get it. So hopefully Goddard comes through here so we can put him back in green where he belongs. To the Rams side, Tyler Higbee got his big contract, and they fed him for that contract last week. He had 11 targets last week for a tight end, the highest targeted tight end last week. I know that Cooper Kupp may be coming back this game, but what is Philadelphia the worst at? Covering the tight end. So even if, say, Kupp comes back to a limited fashion, whatever it is, Darius Slay, I mean, he's been kind of a letdown either way you look at it. I still think Higbee's going to see tons of volume in this game. This is going to be a higher scoring game right here, I believe, like in 30-28, 30-34, something like that. And I do believe that he's going to see 8+ targets again. So if Higbee is on your wire, definitely get him 100% for the play this week. On down to the Tennessee Titans. Chig Okonkwo. I'm going out on a limb right here and saying he's going to be on my stardom. He's going to find his first touchdown of the season. This is just crazy. He's so athletic. He was so hyped up in the preseason. And right now, he has 13 targets. So if Zach Ertz has 30 targets and Chig Okonkwo has 13, what is Chig doing on your roster right now? But I am going to go with a dart throw here against the Colts that they are going to look, the corners are solid in Indianapolis. They're going to look to lock up DeAndre Hopkins. And I feel a Chig touchdown coming. One of them. He's going to be like my DFS play this week. It's really, stats can't even help to talk about how bad the Titans' passing offense is. But I'm going to throw Chig in green this week. Kylan Granson and Jelani Woods have just been a shell of themselves. I mean, the routes that Kylan Granson is running for tight end is 4th highest, so that's why I have him in yellow, just because the production possibility is there. I'm not really super high on a start for him. Like, say I would be, with Zach Ertz or someone like that. I'd way rather start them who are probably on your wire. Well, Zach Ertz shouldn't be anywhere anymore. But Kylan Granson and the Colts, nothing really to talk about here. Both sit them, but the volume could be there. I'm not too happy about it. Jets versus Denver. The Red Wave, man. Tyler Conklin doesn't have Aaron Rodgers. Got Zach Wilson. Got a couple, like 3 receptions. Adam Troutman's gotten 0 for back-to-back weeks. Greg Dolce is supposed to come off IR. CJ Uzomah had a big play, but you're not going to start him. I mean, one-hit wonder kind of play is not what you're looking for. All red here, man. I wouldn't start any of them. I would, though, keep my eye out for Greg Dulcich if he clears IR, because his Joker set ability at tight end is really what they need. I mean, they thought that Adam Troutman was better in camp, and look how it's gone. I mean, this guy's terrible. So if Greg Dulcich comes off the IR and you're weak at tight end, definitely something to keep your eye on. That's the only thing I could say about this game. The coals were burning last week. Cole Kmet was tight end 1 on the week. 24 points. He's back to tight end 4. That's all it takes is one game at tight end at this rate. I mean, if you drop a 15-point game at tight end, you're in the top 10. So Cole Kmet even had a touchdown called back. He could have had like a 30-point game. And now he gets the Commanders. This is a smash Cole Kmet play right here. I mean, I can't put him in my Twitter in the top 10 because as a smash play, I stay outside the top 10 in those. But this is a definite must start Cole Kmet game right here. Book it. I'm going to call 10 plus points for Cole Kmet this week at a position that is very tough. Commander side, Logan Thomas came back off the concussion, still beat his projection, got 5.3 points. I actually really like Logan Thomas in this game this week too. I like both these tight ends right here. If you're weak at tight end in the Thursday night play, both these guys could maybe find the end zone. You know, Logan Thomas's target share is super high for a tight end. Before he got hurt, he had the second most targets before he got that concussion touchdown in the second quarter. I mean, his numbers are solid. He is an older guy. That injury risk is always there with his career. But as long as he's out there right now and how the tight end position is going, I'm okay with starting Logan Thomas this week. Taylor Swift and the Chiefs are playing TJ Hawkinson and the Vikings. These guys are must starts always. This should take 3 seconds right here. If you own TJ Hawkins and you own Travis Kelce, you're starting him every single week, 100%. Doesn't matter. On to the next. The Saints have not been marching at all, guys. It has been terrible for the tight end position in New Orleans. I know Jimmy Graham caught one fluke touchdown. Juwan Johnson's done nothing. They're not using Taysom Hill in the package like they used to. It's not the old, Sean Payton ways. It's so bad in New Orleans. I mean, their offense stinks. It's crazy. And they have the easiest schedule for wide receivers. I want to see them open it up coming the rest of the way. I can't start any Saints wide receivers or even recommend even pick one up at this point. So Hunter Henry, on the other hand, is usually a start for me. So the past, 4 weeks, he's been in my green. He's been startable tight end. But now he gets the New Orleans Saints to a number one versus the tight end. This is going to be one of my tweets of a sit-em right here with Hunter Henry for sure. I don't even think he'd get like 5 points unless he gets like a red zone touchdown or something. The Saints really do key in on the tight end, and they know Hunter Henry is the weapon that Mac Jones likes. They're not going to be scared of Devontae Parker or, I forget the rookie's name right now, or Juju or whatever his name is. The guy that spun around last week, but I forget his name. So I'm going to put him in red, even though I do like Hunter Henry's value. Don't like drop him or anything. It's just a bad matchup week. Mark Andrews found his groove against the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Browns are a good defense, but it was one of those games where Deshaun Watson was out and Dorian Thompson was playing, so the volume was massively there for the Ravens, 100%. Mark Andrews is always a green start. He's a superstar tight end. Nothing much to say here. Heading to the Steelers side, Pat Freiermuth, hammy, looks to be out 2 to 3 weeks. Now, Darnell Washington is the monster, 6'8" guy that they have. I haven't seen him play yet. Watching the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, I can't even say start anyone, really. I mean, I don't like Pickens. I don't like Najee. Jalen Warren's a decent, just like Najee, decent play, not great. Kenny Pickett and the Steelers look rough right now. And he's coming off injury, got hit in the leg, and now he's saying he's going to play. It's tough with the Steelers right now. On to my stardom. He found his groove. Dalton Schultz is going to be one of my stardom tight ends this week at Atlanta. So Atlanta has the best 2 corners, and Jeff Okudah and AJ Terrell, pretty much 1 and 2. It's close, between the Jets or whatever you want to put it. They're one of the top 3 best duo corners in the league. This is what they do is lock up their receivers. This is going to be a Dalton Schultz game. This should be all green. Every league you're in, ESPN, Yahoo, Sleeper, whatever it is, this should be smash 'em green Dalton Schultz play right here. He's going to be one of my top 5 tweets this week on stardom tight ends. Kyle Pitts, you can just drop him now, man. I've seen him dropped in 2 leagues that I'm in already. It is ridiculous. It's the wrong system, man. It's terrible. He's averaging 4.3 points a game through 4 games, and you drafted him in the 4th or 5th round. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. I don't know how to explain it. Jonnu Smith is outperforming him. He's getting more targets, and the snap share is almost even now, and they're running 2 tight end sets. So either trade Kyle Pitts or put in Heineke or something, because Desmond Ridder is absolutely terrible, and Kyle Pitts is so physically talented, gifted, and he can't do anything. He doesn't even complain like in the public or anything. I like his attitude towards it, but God, it looks bad, man. The Oakland Raiders decided to draft Michael Mayer in this first round or second round? Second round or first round, I forget. It's like right on the cusp. And the guy's got 3 targets. It's terrible. All red for the Raiders tight ends. Nothing much to say there. Now, Luke Musgrave was green for me last week, got the concussion. Looks like he's going to pass protocol for this Monday night game against the Raiders. I just think with Christian Watson and Aaron Jones back that this is going to be a bad game for Luke Musgrave. I can't. I mean, he could see enough to beat his projection, which is probably gonna be like 5, 6 points maybe, which is decent enough for you at tight end this year. But I'm not on a start him with Luke Musgrave this week off a concussion with Christian Watson, the superstars back. I liked his volume when they were gone. I think now it's gonna be more focused towards Watson and Aaron Jones. This is the same thing as like Kyle Pitts for me, man. Dalton Kincaid and the Bills, 6:30 a.m. game. Dalton Kincaid is almost droppable as well. I mean, Dawson Knox is getting more targets. It's crazy. Like, you drafted this guy in the first round. He's versatile, supposed to be Mr. Slot, supposed to be the cheat code. I saw so many tweets before the season started. Dalton Kincaid is going to win people leagues. The guy's got like 10 fantasy points in 4 games. It's absolutely atrocious. So I'm all red on him until I see something different. Evan Ingram has been the biggest surprise to me. I mean, I was not high on Evan Ingram at all. He is tight end 7 on the year. He's averaging 9 points a game, which is phenomenal. And he hasn't done it in like a breakout game. You know what I mean? So last year, Evan Ingram popped off for 3 games at the end of the year for 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, and broke into the top 10. This year, he's holding top 10 value with 8 points, 9 points, 10 points, 8 points. That is what you're looking for in a tight end. And literally, it's only him in 4 games that have probably averaged over 8 points. I mean, no one else has done it 4 games in a row, I don't think. Let me look real quick to see. No, not Travis Kelce, not Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta, 6-point game. Not TJ Hawkinson. He had a 3-point game last week. So he's the only consistent tight end right now, and that's crazy to say. But if you could buy Evan Ingram, I would buy Evan Ingram right now. Sam, Iowa, Laporta is the guy. This is the sickest rookie if you drafted him. Iowa just produces tight ends. It is crazy. He is the number 2 overall tight end through 4 weeks. He is leading the NFL in passing yards. His pass block rating is like 91% for a rookie. It is insane. I mean, you're not going to buy this guy no matter what, but Sam Laporta is absolute steal if you drafted him. I can't believe what he's doing as a rookie at tight end. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I love Sam Laporta. He'll be on my stardom every single week. I don't care if Jameson Williams is coming back. He is already made, in Campbell's mind, he's part of the family now. He's already earned his spot. So I'm not worried about him any week at all. Hayden Hurst and the Panthers. It's brutal, man. It's like watching the Giants. It's like watching the Falcons. I hate to say it, but they should have drafted C.J. Stroud. I tweeted that all year that C.J. Stroud is a better NFL-ready quarterback, and now the Panthers are looking to find a trade for a wide receiver 1 to save him. It's all bad. Miles Sanders is probably losing his job here. It's if you own the Panthers, man, it's time to cut bait and run, folks. I mean, I'm just besides Adam Thielen, I guess, but I mean, it is really, really rough in Pantherland. I mean, Adam Thielen, I think, is the only guy I have on all my stardom sit-em green for the Panthers. So no go for Hayden Hurst, man. That is it for my stardom sit-em tight ends for week 5, guys. As always, if you like the content, scroll down, like and subscribe, help your boy out. I'll try to bring you the best fantasy football content to help you win your leagues. And if you have any questions, comments, anything down below, drop them in there. This is it for my long videos. I just smashed out all my tiers, all my stardom sit-ems in 2 days. Tomorrow I'll do like my buy low, sell high, and a couple shorts per player, stuff like that. Small stuff, whatever, so I can post on TikTok at the same time. But that is it, guys. I'm exhausted. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.